This is No Shame, All Play, the podcast where curiosity is welcome and shame gets left at the door. I'm Holly, an intimacy therapist, and I'm here to answer your real questions about sex and relationships. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Happy hump day. Today's question is, why is my sex drive so low all of a sudden? Low libido, especially when it feels like it comes out of nowhere, is usually your body trying to tell you something. So instead of asking what's wrong with me, a better question to ask is what changed? And real quick, before we get into the most common reasons that cause low libido, I want to say something really important. If you've always had a low libido or no sex drive at all, or you identify as asexual, that is completely okay. There is nothing wrong with you. We live in a culture and society that tends to pathologize people with lower desire or less interest in sex. But if your level of desire isn't causing distress for you and it's not creating issues in your relationships, then it doesn't need to be fixed. This episode is meant for people who have noticed a change in their sex drive and are wanting to understand why. So, the most common reason for a sudden drop in sex drive that I see in my office is stress and the mental load. When our brains are overwhelmed and we're thinking like work stress, relationship stress, family responsibilities, our bodies shift into survival mode. And when we are in survival mode, sex is not a priority for our brain. And so if your sex drive has dropped suddenly, I want you to ask yourself this question: what stress am I carrying in my body right now? Another really big factor in libido is hormonal changes. So think things like starting or stopping birth control, testosterone fluctuations, pregnancy, postpartum changes, or perimenopause or menopause symptoms. These shifts can impact desire quickly. So if this feels relevant, it might be worth talking with a medical provider while also addressing the emotional and relational side, because sex and libido is often multifaceted, meaning there's multiple different factors at play. Another cause for libido changes is relationship issues. Desire, especially in a long-term relationship, is deeply tied to emotional connection. So if you're feeling resentment, unseen, or unappreciated, like you and your partner are just roommates, your body is going to respond to that. And low desire in this case isn't the problem, it's a signal. Another reason is sexual anxiety or pressure, and this is a big one that people don't realize a lot of the time. If sex has started to feel like a performance or something you should want or something you're worried about doing right or how you look during it, your brain starts associating sex with pressure instead of pleasure. And pressure is one of the fastest ways to shut down desire. Last big reason for changes in libido is if you have a history of sexual trauma or medical trauma or even just negative sexual experiences, your body may hit the brakes on desire as a form of protection. So this can happen even if you want sex. And so if this is happening, remember that your body is prioritizing safety, and that deserves compassion, not judgment. Okay, so what can you do if you've experienced a sudden drop in libido? First place to start is, get curious, not critical. Do some self-reflection, ask why, don't ask what's wrong with me. Step number 2 is look at the full picture. We need to look at stress, hormones, relationships, mental health. It's all interconnected, and consider getting some blood work done just so you can rule out any possible medical causes right up front. Step number 3 is talk about it. So whether it's with your partner or an individual therapist or, a relationship therapist, get support. You don't have to figure it out or navigate it alone. And this is, one of the most common issues that I see in my office with individuals and with couples. And step number 4 is create context where arousal can safely and naturally emerge. Arousal grows in environments where you feel safe, calm, and relaxed, not evaluated. So doing everything you can to reduce pressure, especially performance pressure around sex. Low libido is not a personal failure, it's information. And when we learn how to listen to our body instead of fight it or fear it, that's where real change starts. And if this is something that you're struggling with, I specialize in helping individuals and couples work through low desire, performance anxiety, and sexual disconnection in a way that feels safe and pressure-free. And you can learn more about me and my work at theconnectioncouch.com. Or if you have a question that you want answered on the podcast, please email it to sexwithholly@gmail.com. Until next time, everyone, this is No Shame, All Play. See you next week.